It's week 14, and is anyone watching any of these shit games? Start the Super Bowl!
Sport Brothers.
Hey Sport Brothers, welcome back. It's week 14. It's time for some NFL news.
NFL news.
Baker Mayfield gets claimed off waivers by the Rams. Not sure what's going on there. Are they going to play him? I mean, I thought they wanted to tank at this point, considering Stafford's gone and their season's a complete disaster. Not sure if he's going to play at all, but they picked him up, so we'll see what happens there. In other news, Jimmy G. Apparently he doesn't have to have Liz Frank surgery. Great news for 49ers fans and for anyone who doesn't want to see Tom Brady play in the Super Bowl. Maybe he comes back. They said there's a chance he could return. That would be fantastic because, man, the 49ers got a good team, and if they can get Jimmy G back, that would be a legit chance to go to the Super Bowl. And finally, in Baltimore Raven news, Lamar Jackson has a PCL strain. He's week to week at this point. Who knows when he'll play again? This always happens to him. Running quarterbacks are always going to get nicked up, and I hope he recovers because Baltimore's going to need him because they ain't going nowhere without Lamar. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully he's okay. And that's the NFL news. Let's get to the week that is week 14. Week 14, bunch of garbage games. Nobody really cares. At this point in the season, we all know who's going to the playoffs, right? You got a handful of teams that are good. In the NFC, you got the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the 49ers if Jimmy G's back. Outside chance, Tom Brady's still got a chance because he's winning his division even though he's got a losing record. Then they'll probably cheat for him in the playoffs. And then you got Minnesota Vikings with an outside chance. I can't see that happening, but hey, who knows? But really, it's only like a 3-team race in my mind. And then if the AFC, you got the Kansas City Chiefs, you got the Cincinnati Bengals, and you've got the Buffalo Bills. Beyond that, I can't see Baltimore really making a run for it. Miami is not as good as everybody thinks they are. And Tennessee is maybe good for one upset during the playoffs, but that's about it. So Mahomes, Burrow, and Josh Allen will be one of the representatives in the AFC for the Super Bowl, and it's going to be Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, and maybe Jimmy G. Other than that, who cares who wins in the rest of these games? We still got 5 weeks left, and we got to be tortured through the rest of it. If I was a commissioner, I'd go ahead and shut the season down now and just start the playoffs, but I don't get to make those calls, but we all know what's going to happen. So, in saying that, bets. You know I like to bet on the sports. Why else would you watch it? I love betting on the games, but this is a tough week to call. There's a few matchups that are divisional games. At this point, I would go all dogs. So if I had to make a bet, let's go. There's a few divisional games, so we'll go number 1. The New York Jets play the Buffalo Bills. The Jets are getting plus 9.5. Now, I don't know if Mike White's playing quarterback. I have no idea who's going to play quarterback for them, but surely they can cover 9.5 points. They have a good defense. It's a divisional game. You'd think they'd rise up, and they want to save their chance of going to the playoffs. So hopefully they can cover. That would be a good bet. Otherwise, you've got the New York Giants playing the Philadelphia Eagles. The Giants are getting plus 6.5. That's pretty good points, roughly a touchdown. Maybe you want to round it up to 7 if you've got alternative handicap betting, but it could be a tight game. Maybe the Eagles blow them up because, man, they are playing pretty good. But I would like to think Giants are going to try and fight for that wild card spot, and maybe they play them great, so that could be another upset win. You've got the Houston Texans taking on the Dallas Cowboys. They're getting plus 16.5. That is a shit ton of points. I don't know if Houston's given up already this season, but if they haven't, I think they could maybe cover in this game. Maybe Dallas has a stinker game and Houston just shows up and covers the spread. I don't think they're going to win, but they might cover the spread. So that might be a good one. And finally, the Cleveland Browns play the Cincinnati Bengals. Cleveland is getting plus 5.5. And they've got Deshaun Watson back. Maybe he has something in his bag. Maybe they play the Cincinnati really good. I don't know. Cincinnati's balling right now, but maybe they have a stinker game and play like shit, and Cleveland somehow keeps it close. But those would be my 4 picks. So I would say New York Jets plus 9.5, New York Giants plus 6.5, the Houston Texans plus 16.5, and the Cleveland Browns at 5.5. If I was going to make any bets, those would be my 4 bets. Maybe raise them up a little bit if you think that's not enough points, but that would be what I would go with. The rest of the games this week are going to be garbage. Who cares? Let's get on with it. We got 5 more weeks of this season, and then it's going to be playoff time. We're all looking forward to it. And that's all I got for this episode. Until next time, Sport Brothers out.